Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we are diving together into Open Great League with a team that is not of my creation. We are gonna use Double Fairy created by Lordly Haddock, and yeah, this is one of the teams that I had on that infographic. Do you remember this one with the content creator's choice? That was super interesting and fun to make because I came in touch and in contact with a lot of those content creators out there, and they shared their mystic formula. So over here, one of these super good teams is gonna be this one with a Deoxys up in front, Azumarill as our pivot, and of course we're gonna use as our super good closer the charm version of Shadow Granbull. So this team is looking very good, to be honest, and also you're gonna see that this Azumarill is gonna be the key to our success, while any charmer can work in the place of our Granbull. The main reason Azumarill is here is because of its ability to draw out the counter of that Granbull, and of course in the process you can still go ahead and finish off that counter of your opponent. Let's say they have something like a Nidoqueen, let's say they have something like this Bastiodon, you still have a lot of play then against your counters. That's why I enjoy using this Azumarill and Lordly Haddock as well. So over here now at the back they have a Medicham, everyone is having a Medicham either up on the lead or at the back, and you're gonna see that in no time we can still farm down with those charms, and of course by protecting our Deoxys here with that final shield in play, we can easily farm down even that Bastiodon from that range of HP. Into the next one now, and we're having a Pelipper up in front. So this Pokemon is always troublesome for Deoxys, but I found a key element to this battle. You do not have to get straight to the Thunderbolt. Instead, you can always farm up as much as you can, then throw the Psycho Boost, and still Thunderbolt will be more than enough to finish off, because most likely they will try to block your first move, which is of course Psycho Boost, and right after Thunderbolt will still be enough to finish off Pelipper. This is looking pretty good for us. Now at the back they have a Hitmonchan, while we have the Azumarill coming into play, and they want to stay in. You know what, this is kind of understandable since they have Thunder Punch on their Pokemon, but to be honest they're gonna just get destroyed down by our fairy typings at the back, because seeing this Medicham is like this Hitmonchan, not Medicham, makes me think that at the back perhaps they have another fighter like a Medicham of their own, but instead they have the Shadow Trouble with Hitmonchan and Shadow Machamp. So over here now we can still reach to the play rough, and Shadow Granbull was not even needed to finish off this double fighting option. So into the next one now, and we're having up in front the Surfetch. Well, this Pokemon with those Night Slashes can be kinda troublesome. So what I want to do here is to charge up as much as I can and then unleash a back-to-back Psycho Boost. But this trainer gets to the Brave Bird for big and massive damage on my Deoxys. Now at the back they have a Frostlass coming in, trying to draw out something like a Bastiodon or a Stunfisk, I have a feeling, but instead we have the Double Fairy. So over here we're just gonna get to the play rough, and I think that this is gonna be more than enough to finish it off from this range, so that's why I threw that Psycho Boost before switching out with my Deoxys. I saw the switch, but still I threw because I knew that one play rough would not be enough to threat that poor Frostlass. So over here we can still go ahead and finish off Frostlass with this, while at the back they have a Vigoroth. So Vigoroth is always troublesome for fairy types because it doesn't get super effective damage from those charms, but still can provide a lot of pressure with those back-to-back body slams. But right here we have the double shield, and you know what, well, by blocking once here, actually twice, we can still guarantee that they're gonna throw the remaining energy that they have, and right after a couple of those charms will just finish them off. Even if they could reach to a Leaf Blade or a Night Slash to finish us off, we still had one Psycho Boost from our Deoxys. That's why I threw that crucial energy with the crunch. Into the next one now, and we're having a Medicham up in front, so Ice Punches can easily be taken while the backline can still handle Medicham. So this team is overall a pretty nice anti-Medicham team, and you saw what I did there. They went straight, not straight actually, they overfarmed for the first Ice Punch, and then I was pretty sure they were gonna get as soon as they get there to their Ice Punch for the second time. Most likely, and most of the times, it is gonna work for you as well. So So switching out to your Azumarill to draw out the counter that your Granbull is afraid of can always work against Medicham by catching one Ice Punch as well while protecting Deoxys just in case they have a double steel backline. So this team is looking pretty good overall. As you can see, we can still handle the threat of one Thunderbolt, and now they return to the battle with Medicham. We know that this lander is severely hurt, we have the upper hand with the seals, so let's see how they want to respond here because we have a Shadow Granbull ready to unleash its wrath. It is gonna be the Sableye, so able to completely farm down here. All we have to do is to just block once, and of course Lantern will most likely follow the same fate right after falling to our Charming Bull. Hopping now into the next one, and we're having a Gligar up in front. This Pokemon is very bad for our Deoxys, and we managed to bait out a Deoxys of their own. Overall, not a lot of poison types in the meta, but at some point when I switched to a double charm backline with a Medicham up in front because that was Go Battle Weekend back then, well, a lot of Nidoqueens and Venusaurs starting to roll out of nowhere on any alignment. And yeah, I even encountered one battle where the opponent was having a Venusaur up in front and a Nidoqueen at the back while a Umbreon in between. What is happening? I have no clue. So anyways, over here, we're just gonna go ahead and tank this Thunderbolt while I want to completely farm down, but as it seems they're gonna get to another one and we do not like our odds at all. Instead, we're gonna go right straight ahead for that Thunderbolt and right after for the Psycho Boost for a little bit of extra damage on the Gligar. Since our Azumarill is down here, I'm just gonna go ahead and completely farm down with my Granbull, and as you can see here, the opponent just leaves this battle because yes, Shadow Granbull doesn't care, and we're just gonna take this victory. Steelix into the next one now, and yeah, this is looking kinda troublesome for them because we have the counters to threat even that Pokemon, and here on Great League it is not that bulky. So right after we get hit by one Breaking Swipe, I will just go ahead and switch out into my Azumarill, trying to make them throw their next Pokemon. So they have a Frostless over here, and yeah, as you can see, they can still survive one move. So before we had to throw that Psycho Boost, but right here they have the upper hand with the switch, and of course they follow my Azumarill. So Ice Beam now can easily take out this Frostless, so they have to block, and you know what, I'm just gonna block as well because we're getting super close to another move, and perhaps we can have the upper hand with the one shield scenario against no shields, but this opponent decides to absolutely take the move, and right after we can still reach to the play rough right on time to obliterate down that poor Poliwrath. They can still farm down to my surprise, but they do not know that we are still far away from the next move. So right here we're just gonna make them throw the remaining energy. Thunderbolt now for big damage on the Poliwrath, and I make a very bad switch into my Granbull. Obviously I had to stay in, but still I was afraid that Steelix was coming in, but instead they threw their energy. Sometimes you need to get some weird calls, but anyways, we still managed to get that victory. Into the final one now with the Carbink up in front. This Pokemon is always troublesome for a lot of teams in the meta, even against fighters, which is absolutely crazy. So anyways, Thunderbolt now for a big damage output on that Pokemon. You can see that they are still on the 50% range, while we can get hit by a heavy hitting Moonblast. Hopefully though here we can charge up a lot and still reach to that Psycho Boost, while then clearing the debuff and preserving one Psycho Boost for the end game, and of course throwing into play my Azumarill. Besides those poison types and the steel types, what other threats you may come across are gonna be the Lanterns and the Trevenants, but still you can have a lot of play even against those Pokemon by drawing some shields out of them, and yeah, Azumarill is a pretty good Pokemon right now in the meta, a healthy Pokemon unlike it used to be for the Open Great League format. So over here now Seed Bomb to get our first shield, and right after we're gonna see the switch out to Carbink to grab our second shield into play. You know what, we don't care at all, we can still block and of course farm down the process. What do you have at the back, trainer? It is gonna be Medicham, and now we have the power of the crunch. Show them your teeth, Granbull, let's go with full wrath up against that poor Medi, and they're kinda obliged in using the remaining energy. Down we go, but still we have that pre-secured Psycho Boost that we banked out before, and we can guarantee this victory with our Deoxys being turned from a leader into a closer. So that is gonna be all for today, trainers. Thank you for watching and for staying till the end. This is the big winner that we have for this amazing giveaway that we did for this channel, and be sure to comment right down on this video or just on my social media, Discord, Twitter, or X. I don't care at all if it is gonna be called X. I'm just gonna call it Twitter, and this trainer won the ticket of treats ticket giveaway. Yeah, this is the correct one, and yeah, that is gonna be all for today. Be sure to leave a like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and I will just see you all into the next one.